might just be the worst cold medicines money can buy. Check out the ingredients: acetaminophen, that's Tylenol; dextromorphin works on coughs; doxylamine knocks you out; phenylephrine doesn't do anything. Now, these could give you temporary relief from colds, but they don't prevent, shorten, or significantly help your body fight them. Instead, I like to use these 100% natural anti-inflammatory immune boosting wellness shots to keep me in peak shape. So in this video, I'll show you one huge mistake you must avoid if you don't want shrapnel in your juice shots, 3 criminally delicious juice recipes that can help your body fight and prevent colds, and a secret immune boosting ingredient that can help you get rid of your colds 3 times faster. But to get started, you're gonna need a few things. The first is a juicer. Now, you can make all these wellness shots without one. You just need a blender and a cheesecloth, but I have to warn you, it's messy and it's way more work than what it seems. The juicer I'm using is the Nama J2. If you want the same one, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get $50 off. And if you don't want to put yourself at risk of drinking mold or food poisoning yourself, this next part is super important. Drinking juice right away is always better than drinking it later. Now, I know that's not realistic, especially if you want to prep your juice shots in advance, but cold pressed juice can only last up to 72 hours before it starts to go bad in the fridge. Wait any longer and you're kind of putting yourself at risk of drinking mold or even food poisoning yourself. But if you put them in the freezer, they can last over a month. So you're going to need a set of juice bottles, tubes, or jars. And don't make this next mistake, otherwise you might wind up drinking some glass shrapnel like I almost did. When you put glass in the freezer and take it out, the exposure to warm and cold temperatures can cause it to crack and splinter. Instead, use borosilicate glass or BPA-free plastic bottles. These are less sensitive to temperature and they won't crack. Now you've got everything you need to make your juice shots. Let's jump into these juices. First up is the vitamin C bomb. The main ingredients are melon, kiwi, lemon, and chia. The best way to describe the drink is that it's better than a Starburst candy with only 1/10 of the sugar. And the melon has a high water content, but it's smooth and refreshing. When you add the kiwi and the lemon, your taste buds get smacked with just the right amount of tart and tang. Now, you've probably heard of this all your life, that vitamin C is important, especially when you catch a cold, but why? Well, vitamin C can help boost your immune function by supporting and enhancing your white blood cells. These are cells responsible for fighting infections and pathogens, and studies have shown that people who don't get enough vitamin C are at greater risk of infection. So vitamin C has been shown to help people get over their colds faster, and researchers also found that athletes are less likely to catch colds when supplementing with more. Now, you might be thinking, that's great, but this ain't no vitamin C bomb, where are the oranges? Well, first, I want you to guess which glass has more vitamin C, this tall glass of orange juice or this half cup of kiwi juice. If you guessed the kiwis, you'd be right. Kiwis have almost double the vitamin C per 100 grams compared to oranges. So this tiny kiwi fruit is a vitamin C powerhouse with 65 milligrams, while this whole orange only has 53. Isn't that nuts? Now, why did I add chia seeds? Chia seeds are great for omega-3s and more fiber. Fiber has been shown to help prevent things like cancer, and omega-3s can help decrease inflammation in the body. Now, we're gonna turn the heat up. The next juice is going to melt your taste buds in the best possible way. This one is called the Ginger Heat Wave, and if you couldn't already guess, it's bold and it's fiery. The main ingredients are lemon, ginger, manuka honey, and cayenne pepper or cinnamon. If you're worried about it tasting like straight ginger, that's where the honey and lemon comes into play. The lemon makes the juice more tangy, and the honey sweetens everything up so you don't end up with a scrunched nose and squinted eyes wondering what the hell you just sipped. And trust me, you don't want to overdo the cayenne pepper. It sneaks up on you fast. And if spicy drinks aren't your thing, no problem, they're not mine either. Just replace the cayenne pepper for some cinnamon and then you're good to go. It still packs a punch and it's a 10 out of 10. The lemon covers your vitamin C intake, but the real magic stems from the ginger and manuka honey. Ginger was used as a treatment for illnesses over 5,000 years ago, and the ancient Greeks even used it. You know, the same astute people who invented math and baklava. Well, now ginger has been shown to reduce inflammation. People with knee osteoarthritis were given ginger extracts twice a day for 6 weeks in place of their pain medication. They were allowed to use the pain meds, but only if they felt like they really needed it. Researchers saw that when patients took the ginger, they felt less knee pain and relied less on their pain medication. So there's evidence that supports ginger can act like a powerful anti-inflammatory. But I bet you've never heard of manuka honey. It's like regular honey on steroids. Manuka honey comes from bees and manuka trees that are are only found in Australia and New Zealand. Some studies have shown that it can work better than actual cough medicine, and its antibacterial effects are so powerful that when people used it on nasty antibiotic-resistant staph infections, they found that it can promote tissue regeneration, reduce inflammation, and accelerate the healing process. But if regular honey is all that you got, that's fine too. Now, in this last juice, we used ginger and lemon, but this next one is called the trifecta because we're gonna add another functional ingredient called curcumin. So the complete recipe is curcumin, ginger, lemon, and apple. This juice is more balanced, more smooth and mellow, yet still gives you that slight kick thanks to the ginger. The curcumin adds earthy undertones but doesn't overpower the drink. But what really defines the flavors are the crisp apple and citrusy notes of lemon that flood your taste buds with a burst of sweet and tang. Now you get vitamin C from the lemon and anti-inflammation from the ginger, but we've also got curcumin to talk about. Curcumin comes from turmeric and it's been shown to be a powerful anti-inflammatory. Studies show that people with arthritis and inflammation can benefit from 500 milligrams to 1500 milligrams per day. In this juice shot, I used a 500 milligram capsule and just mixed it in. Now you might be thinking, why don't you just juice the turmeric? Well, there's a few reasons. One, you gotta juice a ton of turmeric in order to get 500 milligrams of curcumin. And trust me, your juice shots would taste like absolute dirt. Two, turmeric makes a mess by staining your clothes, your hands, and your juicer. Three, sometimes turmeric is sourced from India, and in 2019, a Stanford study found that 7 out of 9 major production farms in India that sold turmeric had lead concentration levels of 500 times higher than the safety limit. So getting your curcumin in capsule form where supplement companies can test for these kinds of heavy metals is 100 times safer. But without this next ingredient, curcumin is pretty much useless. If you don't have this ingredient, your liver enzymes are going to break down the curcumin and remove it from your body, defeating the purpose. It's called piperine, and it naturally comes from black pepper. Now, most curcumin supplements already have this piperine extract, but if you're still gung-ho on juicing turmeric instead of using a curcumin supplement, adding a dash of black pepper can go a long way. And now, you're probably dying to know what the secret ingredient is. Well, I lied. It's actually 2 ingredients. They're 100% natural, super cheap, and you can easily pick them up on Amazon. And you can't get either of these from fruits, vegetables, or juices. They have some powerful effects on your body's ability to prevent and fight colds. Almost half the US population is deficient in this first ingredient. Can you guess what it is? It's vitamin D, but not just any vitamin D. The one that I use comes in this tincture form. You don't have to swallow horse pills, and you can easily drop it inside your wellness shots. Now, supplementing with vitamin D has been shown to prevent colds both in people who are deficient and those who aren't. I supplement with 2,000 IUs per day, but the upper limit is 4,000 per day. Now, it's great for your immune system, but this next ingredient might be even more powerful. So if I'm around sick people or I feel like I'm about to get sick, I would take these emergency tablets. They have zinc in them, but it turns out not all zinc is created equal. A study found that this one type of zinc can help adults get over colds 3 times faster. They're called zinc acetate lozenges. Zinc acetate in lozenge form can help stop the cold virus from replicating in your chest and throat. In the study, they used 80 to 90 milligrams per day for 7 days. But here are a couple things to keep in mind. That's a high dose, so supplementing with it long-term is probably a bad idea. Also, from what I've read, giving zinc to young teens, kids, or pregnant women is also a bad idea. And when I take zinc, I always do it on a full stomach. Otherwise, it can cause stomach pains and nausea. Now, none of this is medical advice, and as always, do your own research before you try any of this stuff. And if you want to lose weight, have more energy, and deal with less inflammation in the next 30 days, check out this video.